In this video we're going to be solving equations which contain 4 terms. In this first one here we've got 13x minus 4 equals 9x minus 20. What we want to do is get all the x terms onto one side of the equation and all the numbers on the other side, so that we can isolate the x term as best we can. It's easiest if we make the x term positive as well. So here it's 13x and here's 9x, so this is the larger one, so I'm going to get the 9x onto this side of the equation because that will give us a positive x. So to get that 9x onto this side, we have to subtract 9x from both sides, which is going to give us 4x, and we'll have minus 4 equals, that 9x will have gone, so we'll have minus 20. Then we want to get rid of this minus 4 here, so to get rid of that we need to add 4 to both sides, which will give us 4x. Those two cancel out, and we'll have minus 20 plus 4, which is minus 16. And then to get single x, you have to divide both sides by 4, so x will be 16 over 4, which is 4. Sorry, that should be minus 4 because that's minus 16, which means that that's minus 4. Let's move on to the second one. So here we've got 5/6q plus 7 equals 4 minus 2/3 q. So again, getting everything onto one side, I'm going to get everything onto the left hand side, so I'm going to add 2/3 q to both sides. That will cancel these two out. So we're going to be left with 4 on the right hand side, and then if we have 5/6 plus 2/3, we need to get the common denominators the same, so this will be the same as 5/6 plus 4/6, which is 9/6, which is 1.5. So I'm going to call that 3/2q plus 7 equals 4. I want to get the numbers onto the other side, so I'm going to subtract 7. So we'll have 3/2q equals 4 minus 7, which is minus 3. And then we need to get rid of this 3/2, so we're going to divide by 3/2, which is the same as multiplying by 2/3. So we're going to do q equals minus 3 times 2 over 3. These cancel to give us 1s, so q is going to be minus 2. Let's have a look at this one now. This one, it looks like we're going to have to multiply out these brackets, and then we'll be able to rearrange the equation. So we're going to get 16x plus 24 equals 6x plus 36. I'm going to get the x's on the left hand side, so I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides, which will give us 10x plus 24 equals 36. I'm now going to subtract 24, so we'll have 10x equals 12, and then x is going to be 12 over 10, so x is, simplifying it, 6/5, or we could call it 1.2 if we wanted to use decimals. Part D. Rather than multiplying out these brackets by half and by a quarter, that's going to give us some messy fractions. Instead of doing that, I'm going to instead get rid of this quarter. So how can we get rid of a quarter? Well, if we multiply both sides by 4, we'll get rid of this quarter, which will also help us to get rid of this half here. I've just also spotted an error in the question, so I'm just going to change that to minus. So now, if we do that, we're going to get half times 4 is 2, and we'll have that multiplying 5x plus 3. And that equals, 4 times a quarter is 1, 1 times 8x minus 6 is just 8x minus 6. Now we need to multiply out this bracket, so we'll have 10x plus 6 equals 8x minus 6. And then rearranging to get x on one side, I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides, which will leave us with 2x plus 6 on this side and minus 6 on this side. And then subtract 6 to get rid of this one here, so subtract 6, which will leave us with 2x equals minus 12. So x is going to be minus 12 over 2, so x is minus 6. And then the last one, part E, we have 5x plus 4 over x equals 3 over 2. So for this one, we're going to want to get rid of the denominators. So I'm going to firstly get rid of this x in the denominator here, and that's going to be doing by multiplying both sides by x. In fact, I'm going to multiply everything by 2x, because that will then get rid of this 2 as well. So if I have 2x outside of 5x plus 4 over x equals 3 times 2x over 2. These x will cancel here, so we've got rid of the x in the denominator, and that 2 will cancel there. So what we're going to have is essentially a bracket 2 times 5x and 2 times 4, which is going to be 10x plus 8 equals 3 times x, which is 3x. And then I'm going to subtract 3x, so we'll end up with 10x minus 3x, which is 7x, plus 8, and we have nothing left on that side, so equals 0. So 7x equals minus 8, subtracting 8 from both sides, and then if we divide by 7, x is minus 8 over 7.